Hello, my name's Ed Frawley. My wife and I own Leerburg. This is one of the questions that we get every day through the Ask Cindy portal on the Q&As on the front of Leerburg.com. And this is a good one because I'm sure a lot of people think about this. And it's about getting enough exercise for a dog, how to get the exercise for the dog. We have a good idea. It's what we're doing right now with our dogs. We have a young German Shepherd. And what we're going to talk about here is what Cindy does every single day, several times a day with Art, the dog, our German Shepherd. First, I'll read the question, and then it'll maybe make more sense to you. Hello, Cindy. I'd like to start out by saying that Leerburg is a fine company, and we always reference it when we have research to do on anything with our dogs. I'm struggling to think of a way I can have my dog run back to me from over 40 yards away at full speed as an exercise, not just as a recall action. I'm interested in getting a fast, athletic dog and would love him to be able to safely and reliably run at full speed. I've seen people make luring devices and use remote controlled cars that the dogs chase. I believe I'd prefer to have the dog run to me at full speed with me being the reward rather than chasing a tug toy after running at full speed after a car, one of those little remote cars. Perhaps I could incrementally lengthen the distance which he runs at me from, but how do I make him run at full speed and not just come to me at a trot or a walk? Sorry if I worded this clumsily. Thank you much for taking the time to answer this odd question. It's not a dumb question. There are no dumb questions in dog training. Never. There's not. It's all, a lot of people think it's just common sense. Why didn't I think of that? Well, you can't think of everything. And a lot of this comes down to just experience and learn from other people's mistakes. And we don't have mistakes here other than we wouldn't be using remote collars and things like that. And I'll read what Cindy has because it's the answer to the whole question and I see it every single day. She uses a product called a puller. It's a round ring, and we're going to put the video and the picture in this video so you can see what it is. I'll read what Cindy says here. I use puller rings for this. They come in sets of 2. You can throw one, and as the dog comes back, you have the option of either playing tug with the puller ring that he brings back or having the second one ready to throw it, like the old 2-ball trick. We like the puller rings better because a lot of times with the 2-ball thing, your dog can pull a muscle depending upon which way a ball would bounce, and the same thing goes with Kongs. We're not a fan of using Kongs because they bounce crazily, and if a dog is close and it takes a bounce, they can twist their back. We've seen it too many times. But Cindy says, I use the rings every day with my dog. Although I'm not capable of throwing it anywhere close to 40 yards, I can throw it quite a ways. And our dogs love these puller rings. They really love them. I haven't seen, now we've sold them for a year and a half, and I haven't seen a toy that is so ingenious, that works so cool, that our dogs love so much. I'm going to say this though, they're not chew toys. If you leave this with a dog that chews, he's going to chew it up and you're going to have to buy another one. Bad for you, good for us. I'd rather have you have one like we've had. I mean, Art, our German Shepherd, loves these pullers. I mean, he loves them. He will chase that puller in our front yard of our kennel, it's a fenced yard, until he can drop. So that's, and when he comes back, once he understands the game, that he can come back and play tug, or he can come back and she'll throw another one, he's going to come back fast. He comes back as fast as he can come. And I think that's going to solve your issue.